There is a substantial risk of loss associated with trading forex, binary options, stocks, or equities, collectively, asset classes. Only risk capital should be used for trading. Trading in any asset classes is not appropriate for everyone. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. No representation is being made that investors will make profits, or will not sustain losses. Before trading in any asset classes, investors should consult with their professional broker, financial advisor, or financial consultant to determine whether trading asset classes is appropriate. Investors who trade in any asset classes should only do so if the capital used for this purpose represents funds that an investor can afford to lose without adversely impacting the investor's lifestyle. No trading strategy or methodology is without risk of loss. No trading strategy is risk-free, and no trading strategy can guarantee profits or freedom from losses. Investors risk losing the cost to execute any transaction, including associated commissions or fees. You should carefully consider whether trading in any asset class is appropriate for you in light of your investment experience and financial resources. Any trading decisions you make are solely your responsibility and at your own risk. None of the statements or materials in the Auvoria Prime chat rooms constitute a solicitation or recommendation to buy or sell.
Welcome to the GearBox Precision Call. Thank you so much for tuning in. Happy Christmas holidays to all of you, and Merry Christmas Eve for those of you celebrating Christmas and around the world. I know we have business in over 75 countries and growing, so thank you again so much for tuning in. All right. Now that you can all see my screen, first one I want to mention here is Ollie Gray. He's been using the different AP products for the last year, and this is an account he started in October of 2020. So we can see over a year running now, and he's up over 190%. He's added more money through time, as he saw the value in the product and what was going on. But he's taken 295 trades since October 26th with GearBox of 2020. And he's won 77% of them. He's caught 7,633 positive pips. I mean, that's absolutely incredible. The profit factor is over 2, which is a beautiful thing. And you can see he's only had one losing month since he started. Right? He had a 6.74% loss. And don't get me wrong, this is trading. The fact that there's only one losing month this year is incredible. You find me a more consistent system. Because the truth is, most systems win until they blow the account. This is proof that this software can take a loss and recover. And most EAs on the market that use any form of grid or cost averaging strategy, they just don't do that. So the fact that you have the power to be able to do that is absolutely incredible. But let's keep moving in and going through. So, just incredible to see that. I love when people see these things, and of course we got people getting results with Arrow, we got presentations going down, but oftentimes in here, and see Ollie's a big advocate. So this was only November 18th, so you saw his account so up at like another 25% total gain since a month ago, right? Another GearBox customer, and just the point is, I love showing this because and these are people in Croatia. Look at this. This is a different language you see right here. This is our Croatian team. So we have people around the world, and we talked about this. And Dominic Plevnik here, been running this GearBox account since October 1st. It started with $250, right? 250 euro, I should say. And he's deposited more money through time. Every month he adds a little money. But you can see this account's doing a little over 8% a month, and it's had a 28% max drawdown, even on small capital. And just has been crushing it. So I love to show this because it shows consistency. It's a foundation for people, consistency in a product. And for those of you who maybe are new on this call, it's good to understand the consistency in different products that you're using. Here's another customer, Jake Skinner, and let's take a look at his MyFX book. This account started January 3rd of 2021. All right, so we're going to be a year here soon. Literally in a few days, about a week, we're going to have 1 year running on this account, and he's up 167% absolute gain. 2,000 euros in, and just crushing it. Incredible. He's taken 752 trades, and he's won 71% of them. And you can see he hasn't had a losing month yet. So absolutely incredible to see results like that. This account's taking 20 lots, and you're seeing a customer's account that is getting solid results. And you'll notice that most of the smaller accounts are around that number. They get into anywhere between 6 to 8% a month, and occasionally they might have a spike of up to 30% drawdown. You'll see on some larger accounts they don't get into quite as high a drawdown because they have a little more capital and equity in them to handle margin with proper risk settings. But overall, just crushing it. Let me take a look at the chat here. Okay, I'm reading a comment here. I've been using GearBox on a demo account, instant entry, gears above -1 setting. I'm never a fan of that, but I'm going to continue reading. Remember, intraday is always a riskier method. Definitely not as hands-off as precision modes. I had a basket of trades open level 0 through 3, and I scalped the higher level. Normally when I do this, I'd find that the take profits are actually the same. When I closed the higher level, I would have expected the TP to adjust, but it didn't for the rest of the basket. Yeah, if you close them manually, it will not. It won't adjust the TP. You shouldn't manually close those trades. The way the basket's designed is for them all to close together. Because when they mathematically all close together, it is profitable. But if you manually are closing trades early, you're gonna oftentimes just lose money. Yeah. So you would have to manually change take profits and things if you wanted to do manual things like that. The software is not going to manually adjust for you. All righty. Let's keep getting into it. Let me pull up my own MyFX books and let's talk a little bit on one pair data and then take a look at the week ahead. Taking a look at the one pair data, it seems something swung this week and made some money. I see we have 10% on the week. Positive somewhere. Where was this spike from? Oh, GBP CAD gave us a nice spike back. I see that. Look at that. Okay, let me share my screen again. The power in precision mode says, oops, I was sharing my screen, wasn't I? I thought I wasn't. Okay. We see GBP CAD just had a nice snap back. I was looking and I saw down here this week 10%, and I was like, where'd that come from? And GBP CAD, as we can see at one point, was up 7.2%, and it got down to where it wasn't even up at all. But it got back into some powerful trades and made back. So what did we learn in that experience? So we were crushing it on GBP CAD. We were up 24% back in April, and then we had some losing trades that took away all that profit. So this is my one pair data. So we do this to scan. I mean, we still won most trades, but we had some stop losses, right? But then we came back just now and we made 11%. Remember, this is a $500 account, and it only got a 20% drawdown in that period of time here. But made it back. Took its loss back in August. So cool to see. It's always cool to see, even some of the pairs that aren't maybe best performing come back. But again, here's our one pair data, talking about the different pairs. Each one of them, which one's been most successful, most profitable. Sort by absolute gain here, or regular gain. Absolute gain is really what you always want to look at, but gain gives you the total amount because sometimes people deposit more money in, and then absolute gain goes down. And then obviously it's been a slower week with the holidays, and it'll be a slower week going into the next month. But as always, let's take a look at the week ahead and talk about what's happening. So going into next week, you'll see there is literally nothing happening but bank holidays and yellow folder. It's going to be what I would normally consider a very consolidated time in the market. Probably won't see many big moves. Things hit take profit. most likely won't experience any precision trades. If you do, it's just because something's deciding to move. But it's going to be very slow next week, and probably slower until somewhere around like January 3rd to 4th. It's kind of when things typically pick up, and then middle of January is when things really tend to speed back up. But you will see some slower periods for the next week or two, I would say, in the markets. So don't be surprised if you get into a trade and then it takes 2 weeks to play out, or if you don't see a trade at all. Just understand that the forex markets definitely are slower during bank holidays and major holidays, and especially when they show back up for a day and then have to leave again for New Year's and New Year's Eve, right? So take that into account. And with that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas, and thank you again for being with me here live. And once again, appreciate all of you. I see one of our customers here said, want to say thanks. GearBox, I got using swing on 2 larger accounts, scanning 15 pairs. 0.01 per 1,300. Most pairs sideways for the last month or two, but positive months October and November. And then the last 2 weeks in December just gave an 11% month. Awesome. That's amazing to hear. That's what I love about GearBox. It's sometimes a patience game, and then you get that big quite swing. So Merry Christmas and enjoy the 11% for December. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your holidays, and look forward to seeing you in the new year.